Hi, I'm Bob Hagedorn. I'm the owner and president of Hagedorn Sons. Hagedorn Sons started way back in 1928 as a farm supply outlet and tile drainage contractor. And so we've been here, I believe, 82 years. And we progressed through various phases of farm supply, retail farm equipment, and about 30 years ago found our way into manufacturing, which is where we've been since. Ran through a broad range of products in mostly smaller articles, and in the late 1980s decided that we should get into manure spreaders and get into major farm equipment. So that has been our niche ever since then, is manure spreaders. We're probably the only single product company that I can think of, but that's been our choice. We want to stay as a small company, and we want to be good at what we do, so we have to pick a product and go at it. When you want to manufacture a manure spreader or anything else, what you do is you go find out what people need. It's kind of the old-fashioned way that we do things, but what I learned growing up in the business is that you do what people need, not what you want to sell them. So you start by determining what the need is, and then trying to improve on it. Our market is North America, and that means pretty much all of Canada, concentrated in Ontario, of course, but all of Canada, and pretty much all of the northern United States. And we have a nice little market still going on in Japan. Little meaning about 10% of our total business is still exported to Japan. The true advantage to doing business here is that we get to live here. It's a magnificent place to live. Probably on a relative scale, costs are a little bit less than in a major center, but that's not the real advantage because that's not significant enough to in itself make a difference. There's a good, healthy support industry has sprung up around us in transportation services and all manner of services that we need. We certainly still have to bring raw materials from major centers, but there is a very strong support industry in the area as well. So the distance is not a factor. If we're shipping a product 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 miles, an extra 100 really doesn't make much difference. There are advantages, I guess, in that we know the local people. We have a pretty dedicated workforce. It's a small labor pool, but we have a fairly dedicated workforce. Our employees come from probably within a 50-kilometer radius, and it sort of shocks me that people drive 50 kilometers every day to come to work here, but they do. And some of my family who live in the city spend as much time driving 10 kilometers to work, or 5 kilometers. Bruce County and Grey County combined seems to have most things that we need. It has a fairly healthy cultural scene. It's got all sorts of opportunities for recreation. People come here for vacation just to see the countryside, and we have it every day. And it's just a very pleasant place to be.